Maurice here. Welcome to The Helpful Entrepreneur. This is the channel to help creative entrepreneurs with the ideas, the inspiration, the motivation, the guidance, and direction that we need to launch, grow, and promote our creative endeavors online. Now, if you're still at the beginning stages of creating your online endeavor, your creative endeavor, meaning you're not really sure what direction you want to go in yet, you're not really sure what product or service you want to promote and share, or you've already selected a product or service to share, you just haven't gotten much traction yet. If you fit either one of those profiles, this video is for you, and you definitely should stick around to the end, because in this video, I'm going to help you get started, and we're going to talk about in this video starting with the product first or the audience first. Traditionally speaking, when you're starting a business, especially one online, there are two schools of thought. You can start with the product first, or you can start with the audience first. So here's what I mean by starting with the product first. Anyone can pick up an Expo pen or decide that they want to sell and promote Expo dry erase markers. And once you decide that you want to sell Expo dry erase markers, your job, in short, then becomes to go out and show other people a need for this marker. Your job is then to go out and convince other people that they need this marker. That is traditionally the way that most people approach starting our business. We pick a product, and then our objective is then to go out and show other people that they need that product. That is the product first model. But there's another model as well, and it's referred to as the audience first model. So imagine you're a restaurant owner. So you can cook up a dish and you can try to sell it to people. Or you can go and talk to people first, find out what they want, go back and cook that dish, and then go and sell it to those people. That is the audience first model. Now, one model is not necessarily better than the other. They both have characteristics. And what you're going to find is if you start with the product first model, you're going to put yourself in position to make money quicker. Again, anyone can go and decide they want to sell Expo dry erase markers and tomorrow be in the position to start making money. But when you start with the product first model, it should make sense that you're also going to put yourself in a position to face more resistance, because you're probably going to be talking to people that don't see a need and don't have a desire for the Expo dry erase marker that you're selling. Whereas if you start with the audience first model, you're not going to start with as much resistance because you're not starting off selling anything. You're only starting off gathering information from a hungry audience. And then you're going to go back and either find what that hungry audience wants, or you're going to create it yourself, and then you're going to go and sell it to that hungry audience. And that should make sense that if you take the audience first approach, you're not going to make money as fast as you would if you started with the product first, but you are going to face less resistance because you're selling to a hungry audience that is hungry for something that they've told you they already want. Essentially, with the audience first model, the audience is creating the solution. The audience is creating the product. The audience is creating their own dish. So it should make sense when you go with the audience first model, you're going to face less resistance, but you may be putting yourself in a position where you're not going to make money as fast. But you are putting yourself in a position when you start with the audience first model to have more fun. And here is why. When you start with the audience first model, you have to remember it's all about audience. It's all about servicing a community. So a few questions that you could ask yourself if you wanted to start with the audience first model is, what audience am I best suited to serve? Not what product do I want to sell. What audience am I best suited to serve? What experiences have I had in my life that I can speak to others about that are going through the same experiences? What things have I overcome in my life that other people are also seeking to overcome? These are the questions that you will ask yourself, because again, the objective when you're starting with the audience first model is to be of service to a hungry audience. And there's two tools that you can use online to help you find a hungry audience that is hungry for exactly what it is that you do. The first tool is the search engines. Every day, people are putting in search terms that match what it is that you do. So if you're posting on the search engines, if you're uploading blogs, if you're uploading YouTube videos, that show up in response to terms that people are searching for, then you are absolutely getting in front of that hungry audience. And then you can communicate with that hungry audience and find out what their problems are, what their issues are, and what their desires are. And then you'll have that information when you bring them a product. And the second tool you can use to get in front of people that are hungry for what it is that you have online are groups, such as Facebook groups. Now, Facebook isn't the only platform that offers groups, but groups are comprised of hungry audiences that are hungry for information on certain topics. So just by using search engines and online groups, those are two really simple methods that you can utilize to get in front of a hungry audience, communicate with them, converse with them, find out exactly what they're hungry for, and use that when you're creating or finding what it is that you then want to bring to that hungry audience. Now, if you've already chosen to start with the product first model and you're already going down that path, then the ideal method for you would be to build a story based on the use of your product. So many times in the past, I have promoted products that I didn't have a story behind. So anyone that's selling a product, if your sales are down, if you're trying stuff, if you can't figure it out, if you're not getting any traction, the best piece of advice I could probably give you, it's simple, but it'll make a lot of sense, is to use your own product. Use the heck out of your own product and develop a story. Now that you have a story based around the benefit of your product, that is what you can in turn go out and share with your ideal prospect. And this is if you've already chosen the product first method. So if you're at the beginning stages of your entrepreneurial journey and you've already chosen a product to go with, use your product, develop a story, share that story with your ideal prospect. If you're not sure what direction you want to go in, start with the audience first method. Ask yourself, what audience can you be most of service to? And then start servicing that audience. Communicate with that audience and let that audience give you the feedback that you need in order to be able to create the ideal product for that audience. Maurice Bay here. This is the Creative Entrepreneur. That is not right. Maurice here. Welcome to the Creative Helpful. What? Maurice Bay here. Welcome to the Helpful Entrepreneur, the YouTube channel for people that do not suck. Maurice Bay here. Welcome to the Helpful Creative Entrepreneur, the entrepreneur show meant to help entrepreneurs become more helpful. Maurice Bay here. Welcome to the Creative Helpful Entrepreneur. I just can't get this right for nothing today.
Closed mouths don't get fed on this boulevard.